you have picked the right hour to spend with me because that is coming up. All right, let's go nuts, right? Because my dear friend, Carrie Miletto, is here with Ferris, and Ferris brings us 3 pounds of all of your berries and nut mix. So you have your choice this morning, and we're gonna go over all the options, but the cherry berry and nut mix with chocolate chunks is back. Yes, it is. We've taken $5 off. We're gonna ship this to you for free. We have it on Flex, $13.32. Ferris has been around since 1924, giving you these delicious gourmet treats from Michigan. And basically, we gotta jump right in because I can smell it, I can see it, I wanna taste it. Carrie, come on in and join me.
I was like, yes, come on. Let's go, let's do it. This is what we want to do now, right?
Yeah. We're trying to get healthy. Happy New Year.
Correct, thank you.
And you and I have talked about that, kind of like, you know, our New Year's resolutions, what we want to eat, what we don't. I am a huge proponent about incorporating nuts and real dried fruit into my diet. So if you were thinking about, what can I keep at my desk? What can I have at home for the kids to grab when they come home from school? It's Ferris. Yep. And we want to go over all of the options because we do have auto ship available on these as well, but we have lots of great choices.
Well, it is the beginning of the year, and as we were talking about, I enjoyed myself thoroughly, and I hope you did too. But guess what? Now we have to put the choices in our path for us to get back in shape, get back in our programs and our schedules. And the way that we do that is we give our body what it needs to fuel it. So Ferris is giving you that by giving you 3 different choices. Now, I'm gonna go through firstly what is known as our classic. It's our cherry berry. If you are a lover of a fruit and nut mix, this is the first place to go. Cherry berry is gonna start by having cashews that we pick up from India and Brazil.
I didn't know they came that big.
I know, and they
Seriously.
are absolutely the most ginormous cashews you've ever had, which is what makes it, I say they're meaty, like in a good way, like a steak. And so they are most delicious too when you bite into them. Again, we get them from India and Brazil, which are the top 2 places to source them from. Then to go down the nut family here, we are going to add in our whole pecans here. These are from Texas. Then we're gonna do California almonds. And then for the fruits, we're gonna put USA cranberries, which I love our cranberries because they are so large, juicy, and thick. Like when you look at them, you can actually see them glistening. And I'm gonna show you a trick on these actually in just a moment. And to round it off is going to be our Michigan cherries. Now, I don't know about you, but in the store, there's very rare moments that you would ever find a mix with cherries in it.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
And if you do, they are very, very expensive. So we actually do a very good job because Grand Rapids, Michigan there's a cherry festival that happens in Michigan. Cherries are a big deal in Michigan, so we can get them for you and put them into this mix. This makes cherry berry, you have 2 choices on that, roasted, salted, or raw.
Right.
So if you want to go that, you'd say cherry berry. Now, the only thing that changes to go to our blueberry cranberry is that we just take the cherries out and we put our delicious, absolutely yum yum blueberries in.
Those are real blueberries.
Those are real blueberries.
Oh my gosh.
And we actually dry these full on, so you're getting full juice, you're getting a full experience. So that would be your blueberry cranberry mix. Now take the blueberries out one more time, put the cherries back, and then top it off with some nice chocolate chunks. Now, we're not talking about chocolate candy or
not
chips.
Little right now.
No, this is big, bittersweet, dark chocolate chunks, which are absolutely perfect because you don't want anything too sweet to blend with the fruit. You want it to actually go with it as opposed to compete with it.
Right.
So that's what we've done here. So that would be your chocolate chunk mix, and that comes in only roasted salted. I always like to throw it out there that roasted salted for us, if you're not real sure what to do, we roast them perfectly, we salt them lightly. I call it a dusting. And the reason, we're not trying to take away the taste of our nuts and our fruits. They're absolutely delightful. We're just trying to bring out the notes that you will taste in your cashews and your pecans and just put a little dusting on there. So don't be afraid if you kind of don't know which one to go.
Right.
But I'm a raw lover. My husband loves roasted salted. So it's all a matter of
I would go for both.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and that's the thing is you have choices this morning. We do have it on Flex, so $13.32 gets that home. But remember, you're getting 3 pounds, 1 pound, 1 pound, and 1 pound. So 3 individual resealable jars. So that means that you can open one, and then if you can keep everyone away from them, because once you start putting your hands in one jar, you're like, oh, I just sat down and ate the whole jar. But you're eating whole, real, good ingredients. You want to get back to kind of the proteins, the fiber, the antioxidants, everything that comes in a berry and nut mix.
And what's interesting about, you know, I'm try to be as healthy as possible. I try to make those good choices. But you know, one thing that I think is really important is it's always good to know, and this is a little tip for you. If you're gonna go to a buffet, if you're gonna go to lunch, you're gonna go to that brunch, if you can take just a handful of Ferris, take a little bit of nuts, it actually does help you feel full. There's fiber in nuts, as you were just saying. A lot of people don't realize that. That's why you feel so full after eating them. And so it's a really nice snack to have around so that you don't just mindlessly snack. You know what I'm talking about. Those are the snacks that we just keep eating them, and we do eat the entire container. Yes, these are yummy, but you will get to a point where you feel full. And then when it comes down to the difference, when we say, well, why Ferris? Why this? Well, since 1924, we're in our 93rd year. We're entering now into our 7th year here at HSN. It comes down to things like this. This is a store-bought cashew. This is a Ferris cashew. We source all of our ingredients from the top places around the world and around the country to make sure that we get you the highest ingredients possible. So when you're looking at another cashew next to our cashew, you see that difference.
I have been duped all along. I had no idea that this is what I was missing out on.
And look at the difference with the fruits. So here is a cranberry from the competitor. Here's a cranberry, I'm sorry, hold on. Let me get the cranberry out. I don't want to get the wrong thing here. Hold on. So, okay, well, it's hard to get these. Look what happens.
I know.
I want to point something out. So there's our cranberries. Do you see how they're stuck together? The reason they're stuck together is because they're very moist. They're not dried out, you know, like you find with other, you know, other brands out there. Our cherries are what you're getting instead of raisins. So instead of just a dried out raisin, look what happens when you rip into a Ferris cherry. So I can actually put this on my fingers, and when I do it, I'm actually able to rip into it. You can see juice on my fingers from doing that. That is unlike the experience that you have in a regular store-bought. The other thing, we don't pack these until you place the order. So everything it's huge.
That's huge, because how many times do you walk into a grocery store and you see those bins? You think, oh, I'm gonna make my own mix, I'm gonna get all creative. How long have they been sitting there? Who else has maybe stuck their hands in there? With Ferris, when you place your order, that's when your order is being prepared. That's when it's getting shipped out to you. Remember, you're getting 3 pounds of your choice. So you have your choice of whatever, you know, flavor mix that you want, whether you want the cherries and the berries, whether you want the blueberries and the cranberries, or whether you want to add those chocolate chunks. You have your choice of whether you want them to be roasted and salted, whether you want them to be unsalted and raw. So we give you the opportunity to get them home on Flex, $13.32. We want to ship them to you for free. You have to taste it, right? You have to experience it.
Well, and I think there's so many different ways to eat this and to snack with this.
Absolutely.
So as you're thinking about your day and as you're thinking about, well, how am I gonna put this into my life? Well, maybe you'll start off your mornings. You know, over here, we did kind of a parfait idea. Maybe you eat oatmeal. Maybe you have just some yogurt. For me, the yogurt idea is the best because you can just pop it in and it adds that crunch. If you've been eating those yogurts that they actually have the little crunch on the side and then you pop it in there, please read that because the stuff that they have on the side, what preservatives are in there, what things, you know, is all of that fresh? How long has it been in the container? With Ferris, you can actually add that crunch you're looking for. You just showed our pancakes here, which they came out beautiful. All you have to do is take a little bit of Ferris, crunch it up, and put it into your pancake mix, and this can come out like this. So it gives your pancakes a whole nother level. I said oatmeal, salads. This adds that crunch to your salads and takes your salads to another level, and that's super easy. Even with your baking, you can use Ferris. So you can actually just take a little bit and pop it into your muffins, pop it into your cakes. You can use it so many ways, but the most probably probable way that you're going to use it, you're getting 3 containers. So maybe 1 container goes into your kitchen. Maybe 1 container goes in your car. Maybe 1 container goes in your desk at the office.
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
I always want something here, you know, when I come in, we work overnights, whatever shift you have. But when you're like, oh, I didn't, you know, I don't have anything. What if you just kept this? You know, what if you just had this? This is an entire pound and you're getting 3 pounds. You get it on Flex. We're going to ship it to you for free. Healthy eating. What type of, you know, what New Year's resolutions are you trying to instill right now into, you know, the way you're eating? Ferris is not going to ship this. They're not going to put this in this container, this resealable container until you order it. So we do have it on auto ship. So many of you are taking advantage of that because that is the best way to make sure you're locking in the price, you're locking in the free shipping and handling, but you're getting 3 pounds. So you can do it. I would say probably that 90-day auto ship would be the sweet spot for this. I love what you're doing right now because this is truly the alternative.
Well, and I want to show the difference between here's our fruits and here's some of the fruits and some of the ways that you get it into other mixes and also the way that you get your chocolate. It's more of a candy. It's more the shell. Again, the sweetness is going to compete with other things. Now, I'm trying to find the best place. If you could follow me for a second, I'm going to go right here to this. Please look at how I can bang this. This is, I think, a pineapple, and I can bang it onto my Ferris container. Well, that doesn't happen when you come over with, say, our cranberries. Okay, so our cranberries are actually gonna melt in my hand, and I know that looks so silly, but look, I can take an actual dried cranberry, and I can actually rip into that cranberry, and I can put juice all over my fingers. Again, that's what changes this experience from any experience you may have had. That's why Ferris has been doing this for 93 years. That's why I love reading your reviews, and please keep them coming in because the reviews are excellent. You guys are hiding them from each other. You are just loving it so much and giving us so many ideas of the way that you're using it. So if you've never tried this, this is kind of one of those things that you go, it's a mix, but it's so much more.
Exactly. I mean, if you do go and you read the reviews, there's over 1,200. We are talking about a fruit and nut mix, but it's not just any fruit and nut mix, and that's what makes Ferris so special. It's the fact that they have been doing this since 1924. It's the fact that we don't ship this and prepare this until you place your order. And where else are you going to be able to get it on Flex? We're going to ship it to you for free. You know it's fresh, it's quality ingredients, and you're getting 3 pounds. You're getting 3 different tubs. Each is 1 pound, your choice of flavor. I mean, we're talking over 900 perfect 5-star reviews on nuts and dried fruit. And this is not, and I say dried fruit, but it's not dry. It's like, it still has that moisture. It still has that robust flavor. And the nuts in this, I mean, they're like the extra large. I didn't even know they made them this large.
You know, and that's the thing. Once you have these, you know, I will tell you, you're gonna be ruined in a good way. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna go, this is what it tastes like. Did you know that nuts are supposed to have notes like wine? You're actually supposed to taste the difference between a pecan and an almond and a cashew. And when you have Ferris, you will do that. You will be able to taste when you put a cherry in or when you do a cranberry. I wanna go again through real quick what your choices are because you do have several different choices. So if you wanna go with cherry berry, and that's our classic, that's what's been here the longest, that's gonna give you those cashews from India and Brazil. It's gonna give you those pecans from Texas. You're gonna get California almonds, top place to source almonds from. You're gonna get those cranberries from USA. You're gonna get those cherries from Michigan. And if you wanna go with the chocolate chunk version, which I love because you get that little boost from the dark chocolate. And you know, I mean, everybody wants a little treat in with their nutritious snack as well. And so those chunks are so delicious and just do the perfect flavor blend. That's gonna be your chocolate chunk. It only comes roasted salted on that one. And if we get rid of the chunks and we get rid of the cherries, you can throw in blueberries and have your blueberry cranberry. Blueberries are high in antioxidants. So, you know, all the fruits have antioxidants. The nuts have proteins. This is the way that you satiate yourself. If you've been looking for a way to snack that actually, again, is not mindless snacking, you're looking to have a snack that's going to fill you, that's going to help give you that power you need to get through that 3 o'clock lull. This is the snack you want to have around because guess what? Here's the trick in the new year. If you don't put it in your path, that's when you make the mistakes. You know what I mean? You go to the vending machine, you stop at the convenience store, you go pick, I just want a little snack. Have this around and then it'll help you hopefully make that better choice.
It does. And I like what you're saying, you know, have this maybe as your pre-snack before you go out to dinner so you make more healthy choices when you're out to dinner. Remember, you're getting 3 pounds, your choice of the combination. It is on a special New Year's price to help you make those good choices. We've given you Flex $13.32. Plus, we're gonna ship it to you for free and there's auto ship available. So I'm sorry, I was snacking because I've got a whole other, you know, hour and so to go. So you know, why not?
I'll stay here.
You stay here. You're back at 3 p.m.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you'll